Well, hello, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever it is in the world you are watching from, whatever time of day it is. Welcome to another part of our England Test team file on Cricket Captain 2025. Been an absolutely fantastic start for my new channel. I only started just over 10 days ago on the 26th of November and I've had some fantastic viewing figures across all the different content on the channel. So first of all, I'd just like to give a massive thank you to anybody who has watched any of the videos so far, and a special shout out for anyone who's liked, commented, or subscribed already to the channel. Um, yeah, I'm really appreciate it. It's a massive boost for myself. So thank you very much. Been overwhelmed so far. Um, so going into this test match, I hope you've enjoyed if you've been watching so far this particular series, as well as my IPL series with Delhi Daredevils. Um, but in terms of this test series, if we have a look here, it's only a three-test series between England and India. So this is now the deciding test after we won the first one by 180 runs. India then with a fine performance to win by 366 runs, and it sets up a very intriguing deciding test match here. And if we look at the Test Championship, we can see why this is going to be so important. It's an absolutely massive match in terms of points at the top of the Test Championship table. Um, Obviously, India is slightly ahead of us. And then just behind that, we've got Pakistan and South Africa, who are both trying to get into this top two. Each team, I don't know if you know about the format, if you're familiar, cricket fans, but each team in the competition plays six series. So this is the third and final test of our fifth series. So we've got one more, um, who I'm not sure who that is going to be against, actually. Let's see if we can find out. It's against West Indies, so that's going to be very interesting indeed when we play four test matches in February 2029 um, in the West Indies. But we have obviously the small matter of this test match here, and then some white ball cricket. We've got three one-day internationals, and we've got two 20 over games against India. Now, I sometimes rest players for these white ball games because I like to prioritize the test match team and make sure everybody's in good form. Um, but I would like to know if you could let me know in the comments if you've been watching so far, whether or not you'd like to see England go all out to try and win these matches, pick our strongest team, because it's obviously two fantastic teams in cricket. Um, And any India fans, again, I would love to know if you would like to see these matches, or whether you'd like me to just go through to the Test series in the West Indies without recording these white ball games. As I say, I don't normally bother too much about the white ball game. But if you'd like to see these matches and like to see England really go all out to try and win the games, then please let me know because I'd be more than happy to record these so that you can all see how we get on. So, without further ado, let's get into this test match. And we are going to make one change. I've now brought Jack Leach in because the pitch is already at a good wear, not very good. There's not as much cloud, maybe a little bit on day three, but day one, red hot sunshine, and for most of the test. So I think this is not going to be one for the fast bowlers. We need a specialist spinner. So we brought Jack Leach in. Sam Curran is the unlucky man to miss out, but we didn't bowl him very much in the last game, and he only got one wicket in each innings. He does make the batting a little bit deeper, but we're going to trust Atkinson and Archer. They did actually put up a good stand at the end of the last Test match despite us losing. It was the batsmen, in particular the middle order here, that kind of let us down. Harry Brooks not in brilliant form, but we trust that he can come up with the goods today. Yeah, so we will get into the toss in just a moment. One other thing, actually, just before we do the toss, just to mention the time of day it is now where I am at the time of recording. It is just after 4:30, nearly 4:45 on Sunday morning. This is the 7th of December at the time of recording in the UK. However, I will be scheduling this probably to be live on the channel next Saturday. So you'll be watching this on Saturday of next week, which I think will be the 12th or 13th. But yeah, I'm actually recording this on Sunday morning, the 7th, and we're going to give the algorithm chance to find the correct audience and also to put on the subtitles for anybody watching in India who does not understand my English. There might even be some English people who don't understand my Yorkshire accent, but that's another thing altogether. So, here we go then. The toss as promised. We're gonna go, as we say, we like to go for tails when we're the away team, but that is not good. We have lost the toss and will bowl first. That is a big, big blow in this huge, huge series decider. But can we still do something? Let's not give up hope just yet. India will be favourites though. They are at home and they have won a very, very good toss here. Especially if it ends up that we are batting on day 3. But hopefully it could be the India second innings and we might get some wickets in that period under the cloud. So here we go then. First over. And
And he's
so
gone for 4.
Harasan gets a boundary.
What a good stroke that is. It was a poor delivery.
Make no mistake, we wish we were batting here now. Going to come around the wicket to the 2 left armers.
Crunched to the boundary. 4 all the way.
One more over maybe for the 2 strike bowlers. 40 for naught. And into the attack comes Jack Leach. And Ben Stokes. For
4
Jaiswal.
Now has he edged this one?
Ooh. The umpire says not out.
Oh, be still my beating heart. What a...
Good start this for India, as you would expect. They are the home team and they have won the toss.
Flashed away for 4. That is a magnificent stroke. He's really got hold of this one.
And that's
What?
6. And India are going brilliantly here. difficult to determine what to do here.
He's middled that all right.
How can we get these wickets? Gonna try. I think maybe Ben Stokes can come off, and we're gonna try Jacob Bethel.
He has hammered that one. Terribly misdirected delivery. Oh, what a fine strike that is.
Well, this has not been a good first morning for England
Dismissive.
in this series decider.
That has gone through to the...
And India are in a fantastic position at launch, 137 for no wickets. And as I said, I think we wish we were batting first. But never mind. I think what we'll do is, like we did in the last match, we're going to pause the highlights in the video here, and I will update you once we can eventually get this first wicket. And finally, we have our first breakthrough after lunch. The strike bowlers come back in, and after a few overs, Sood Hassan is caught and bowled by Jofra Archer.
Up it goes.
Bit of a miscue,
And
up in the air.
it's taken.
Bit of a strange one, strange dismissal, but we will take anything at the moment. It's 154 for one. Again, I'll pause it because I don't like to do long videos. So we will play on a bit more and see if we can pick up another wicket. I'll be back shortly. Well, it's another huge wicket, and now the opening partner Jaiswal has gone. He has been caught by Ali Pope, and it's 76 runs he scored of 109. Strike rate of 69.7, so very well played, Jaiswal. But this was a brilliant catch from Ollie
He's out.
Pope,
Great catch.
close in on the leg side. So it's now 172 for two after 39 overs. India's still doing fantastically well. So again, we'll pause and I'll give you an update when we get the next wicket. Well, this could be another huge moment as Solanki has gone out. So we've got our third wicket, LBW to Jack Leach. I've said on previous videos, I don't understand really why England have completely discarded Jack Leach as a spinner. He's not actually that old when we look. He is, well, he's 36 on my game, but I am 3 years into the future, so he must only be about 33 now in the real game. This is very well bowled from Jack Leach, LBW.
Big shout goes up. What's the umpire going to
Absolutely
say?
plumb,
And it's given.
Solanke,
Well, the batsman doesn't look too happy about
and
it, but then do they ever?
we don't even have to look at the ball tracker to know that's hitting middle stump, or, well, off stump. It was absolutely plumb. So Sharaf is the new man in, and again, I'll be back shortly as soon as we get the next one. 208 for three. Well, we have now reached T, and the score is now 236 for three on day one. Well, this is another brilliant partnership for India, and this is taking the game away from us once again. Three quick wickets left. India 208 for three, but now they've put on 143, Kishore and Sharaf. Fantastic partnership from them. So it's now 351 for three after just 80 overs. There are still 44 minutes left on day one. We have just taken the new ball though now. So Gus Atkinson and Jofra Archer are going to come back into the attack as we take the new ball. Well, finally, we have another breakthrough late on day one, and Sharaf finally goes. His innings comes to an end, 89 runs off 120 deliveries, 74.2% strike rate. So, a fantastic knock from him. And let's see the catch.
Easy run-of-the-mill catch, but they all count.
Taken at second slip, and that's by Bethel, I think that was. So we've only got 2 overs left. Let's watch the last few balls. In fact, we might as well try going a little bit more aggressive. Certainly to the new batsman. Also Cheshire, let's try and get another wicket.
He's absolutely nailed that.
Cheshire gets a boundary. He'll look to see out the last over. And they do. It's end of day one, and it's 387 for 4. So far, very good for India. And we move into day two now. Well, this is better for England. We are now into day two, and Chahar has been LBW for just 2 runs off 25 balls. Jofra Archer picking up this wicket. So slow scoring from Chahar.
They're appealing.
Just hit him inside the line.
And the umpire's given it.
Could have gone either way, that decision, but it was a good decision from the umpire. It was hitting middle stump, actually. I thought it was just hitting off. But, yep, good breakthrough. And in comes a new batsman, Varma, left armour. And he's not played as yet. So let's see how he gets on. Well, finally, at last, we have taken the wicket of Cheshire, the number 3 for India. 163 off 238 balls. 350 minutes he's been batting for altogether across the two days so far, and 68.5 strike rate. Let's see the catch. Well bowled by Jack Leach, bit of flight.
It's a big hit.
Looking to score runs is
A
Cheshire, but he's
straightforward
caught
catch.
out in the
He's
deep.
out.
Good catch, 452 for 6. And that was taken by Zach Crawley in the deep. And can you believe it? Another one, the very, very next ball. Unbelievable bowling, unbelievable stuff from Jack Leach. It's caught by the wicketkeeper Smith, and Pithia goes, and it's 2 in 2, and Jack Leach is on a hat trick. Let's see his second wicket of these two.
Pouches that one, and it's a handy wicket.
A little nick through there to Smith, and we've got to watch the hat trick ball now. Bowler comes in, and wouldn't this be amazing? Doesn't get a wicket next ball, but can he keep the pressure up? Can it be 3 and 4
Oh,
balls?
what a sweep that is.
No, it's 4 runs.
Good.
Okay, so I'll update you when we pick up the next wicket. Well, yet another wicket for Jack Leach, and maybe he should have played in the last Test match actually. He picks up the wicket of Varma, 37 off 57 balls, so another quick inning, 64.9 the strike rate. But he has nicked it through, trying to play an aggressive shot.
Out. Dolly
Nicked
of a
it through
catch.
to Jamie Smith, so it is now 469 for 8. India still heavy favourites, but England have just come into it a little bit more. And you just never know. This could be an absolutely unbelievable epic test match to decide this series. Again, I'll let you know when we pick up wicket number 9. Well, this is brilliant bowling and a brilliant fight back from England here. And Ben Stokes has got Thackrell for one off just 7 balls, clean bowled,
Clean bowled.
just
Far
beating
too
him for
late on the shot.
pace, and 477 for 9 now. And England have really come back into this game and looks like it could be one of the classic test matches of all time here in Mumbai. We're coming up to lunch on day 2, and we're just going to play out the rest of this innings. Jack Leach has got 4 wickets, so he has proved that he was the right player to bring in for this test match for England. Can he get his 5th wicket and get Bumrah? Not before lunch, but brilliant fight back. 480 for 9. So this game is very evenly poised. We might bring back one of our seam bowlers. Got to be Jofra Archer. I think we've got to bowl Archer and Leach together to try and get this last wicket.
Fabulous
Ooh,
ball.
nearly, but nearly edged. Played and missed. So Leach will continue after lunch. Who is going to get the 5 for here? Who is going to get this last wicket of the India innings?
Oh, what a shot. He felt for
Ooh,
that one.
played and missed Bumrah. Can India get 500?
Oh, I think that's caught him in.
That's what they'll be aiming to do here.
Super
They
catch that.
won't get
How on
it though.
earth
It's
did he manage it?
488 all
A
out,
thoroughly
and
deserved
Jack
fifer.
Leach
Terrific
has
bowling.
5 for brilliant bowling from him. Bumrah goes for 4 off just 10 balls. But let's have a look. We tried everything bowling wise. No wickets for Atkinson. You don't see that very often, but we did say it's not a seam bowler's pitch really. But saying that, Jofra Archer is impressed with 4 wickets. But the standout bowler clearly is Jack Leach. He has brought England back into this game with 5 wickets, just the one for Stokes towards the end of the innings, and none for Bethel or Root, but they each had 5 overs, both conceding 8 or over. But the game is brilliantly poised here. I think we're going to leave this video here because I like to just do the videos about 20 minutes long. I think any longer is a little bit too long, but we are going to leave the video here. So I hope you've really enjoyed this first innings. It's really set this test match up. I think it's going to be one of the all-time classic test matches here on Cricket Captain. So I will look forward to joining you in the next video, and hope that you enjoy the rest of your day wherever you are.